have scored, which is the scratching to several sides of this, and these are all the sides that I prepped to go together. So when you have them scratched up, I call it Velcro. So I want it to look like Velcro. I almost want it to look fuzzy. And you're gonna take your slip and you're gonna paint it over top of all that Velcro. And it's gonna be soaking into your edges. You wanna do this and kinda let it set for just a minute. In that meantime, one thing you can do, or we might use, is snakes. So you just want to grab a little piece of your wet clay and roll it out. This might be something we need for the inside seam. They're gonna be really skinny if we do use them. We don't wanna add a bunch of clay weight to this. We just wanna add maybe a little structure to it. So I'm gonna have one ready in case I need it. Okay, so now I'm gonna lean these up into place. And I'm gonna push pretty firmly. So these pieces are set up, they're leather hard, they're pretty hard. So I can be kind of strong with it, and I know they're not going to bend. If your clay is super flexible at this point, you probably need to let it dry out. And you probably shouldn't have slipped and squished these. And I'm going to press the second piece in place, and then I'm going to press these two together in the process. So I've kind of thought about that. I didn't want one standing alone. I wanted it to have a friend so that they could lean on each other. So I've gone ahead and added both. So from my point of view, I can see the black papers. I've got the vertical. You basically want to squish it together so you make sure there's no air in between, and then squish these together, make sure there's no air in between, and you basically want to push until the black papers pretty much touch. So a view of the bottom here is that this edge should have very little clay showing between it. This edge should have very little clay showing between it. I'm gonna take my slip brush and kind of clean up this extra goo that's on the inside here. And this is where we might be adding this snake. So taking this little bit of extra clay and pressing it into the seam here. This might be necessary, it might not be. I'm gonna do it just to show you how to. But I'm gonna just shove that into the crevice there, and one on the vertical. This is helpful if your pieces don't fit together perfect. This will help you kind of bridge those areas. So your inside is going to be this here, and you want it to be nice and clean. And then your outside, again, same thing. You want your blacks to pretty much be touching, not a ton of space in between. And those you can clean up later with a rib, and I'll show you how to do that. So the next step would be to score this edge and this edge and two of your square so that you can set them up together on our next section. So.